Kung depression ba, ibig sabihin kailangan ng magkonsulta? Or how would you know na, okay, I can still manage this depression? Oo. Kadalasan kasi mga tao, no, sa dami ng mga ginagawa, sa dami ng mga experiences. So if they have this experience, they are overwhelmed with a lot of feelings. And pag ganun ang kanilang nararamdaman, yung sinasabing depression pumapasok.
Well, technically, meron kasi mga criteria dyan, no, depending on the duration. So, yung natural coping mechanisms natin, iba-iba din. But we have set some standards dun sa expected ka to cope at a specific problem. So, if you go beyond this duration, dun na, we diagnose that as depression. Dun, pumapasok na yung mga cognitive behavioral therapy ng psychiatry, psychologist, and mga medications.
So, dapat ang importante is we manage yung ganyang mga stress. No? So,
yeah.
Sa society, kahit naman saan, bata, matanda, pag sinabi, Doktora, stress ho ba, isang factor para ako ay magkasakit. So, tama yun kasi from cardio standpoint, meron na rin kaming criteria that stress can actually contribute, no, to cardiovascular disease. May differentiation ba ang anxiety sa depression?
Anxiety, more of worry, no? Depression, this is feelings of sadness, emptiness, hopelessness. So, dun siya nagva-vary. But the treatment kasi is the same with regards to medications. Then, the first line are both the same. Yung symptoms lang talaga yung different.
So ibig sabihin, ang anxiety at depression, magkaiba pero same ang treatment?
Yes.
Oh.
The first line treatment nila are the same.
Kung hindi man treatment, when you say treatment, these are medications.
Yes.
Meron bang ibang way to manage anxiety or depression without medication?
So, we have cognitive behavioral therapy, so with a psychologist or psychiatrist, or lifestyle modification. So, if you're anxious, we try to look for hobbies, yung iba hobbies, or other ways to relieve the stressors. But there are cases kasi that pag moderate to severe na yung anxiety, hindi na kasi ito effective. So, nagdadagdag na ng other ways to manage the anxiety. So, doon na pumapasok yung mga CBTs and mga medications. Pero kung mga mild pa lang na ma-manage, na-advisean ko ang patient ko na do something that you enjoy o kaya have a break. Kung ma-work yung pwede naman yun, magkaroon ng mental health na break. There's other symptoms po kasi, so hindi lang kasi sleep disorder yung problem. Talaga may excessive worry that lasts for about 6 months or more. And then may mga symptoms din tayo, palpitations, yung iba headache, fatigue, loss of appetite. And then dapat ma-rule out mo din yung mga substance abuse, ma-rule out mo any medications that could cause this or any physiologic abnormalities dun sa patient bago mo masabi na psychologic yung
problema. Hindi talaga somatic.
Yes.
Kasi pag sinabing somatic, may sakit ka talaga. Ganun ang ibig sabihin ng somatic. So pag pagod na pagod, dapat alamin mong mabuti kung ito ay dahil sa may ginawa siya or pag wala siyang ginagawa at sinabing pagod na pagod, then investigate. Baka may problema. No? So when you say problem, it is depression or anxiety. Laging irritated, laging galit. It can be a form of stress. Let's talk about it. So, hindi lahat ng taong galit is mali. Because lahat naman tayo, we have these emotions of anger. Pero nagiging sign na may problema pag,
for example, in anxiety, so, ang changes in temperament or irritability, part din kasi siya ng symptom. Pero we have to look at the whole picture. So, dun sa criteria that we follow, it has to be at least 3 of the symptoms. So, restlessness, irritability, changes in sleep pattern, difficulty concentrating, and fatigue. So, at least 3 of those para masabi mo na, it's a component of anxiety, not really the natural response of the persons.
So, ibig sabihin, kung galit lang, it's a normal occurrence.
Yes, normal.
Pero, pag may kasama siyang irritability, ano sabihin irritability? Madaling mainis. Hindi natutulog, hindi nakakatulog. 3, hindi makakonsentrate sa trabaho. 4, pagod lagi.
This is on the background of yung worry, It's anxiety, no? Yung feeling of being worrisome at a specific period of time. So, it's a whole criteria that we follow to say that it's related to the anxiety.
So, stress talaga is part ng buhay natin. So, maraming klaseng stress, emotional, may physical stress. Siyempre, lahat yan all contributes to a lot of chronic diseases. And sa atin, pang-araw-araw maraming na-stress. So, how do we manage stress?
Pero kasi it differs kasi per patient. Pag sinabihan ko, maghanap ka ng hobbies, pwede ka mag-exercise. Paano kung hindi niya trip mag-exercise? You really have to tell them, you have to find something na gusto mong gawin na you can enjoy sa free time mo para hindi lang puro work.
Ako naman, sinasabi ko, magpaspa ka, magpamasahe ka. Pero sabihin ng patient, ito pura gastos yun.
True.
So what do you do? So ako ang sinasabi ko, walk away from the stress. Pero alam mo, meron ding another way to manage stress na hindi rin tama. And that is overeating.
Pag ganun kasi na overeating tapos hindi na kumakain o kaya lagi na lang tulog, masama din yun eh. Ibig sabihin, something is wrong. Hindi na siya yung mild na... I think if it's starting to affect your daily activities, doon siya nagiging problem. You have to seek consult. Kasi lahat naman tayo, we encounter stress. Pero once yun na, nakakaabala na siya, hindi ka na makafunction sa trabaho mo, lagi ka na lang tulala, I think doon better seek consult sa psychiatrist.
Tama, natulala ka na ba?
Oo, so... Well, kung yung symptoms mas nagiging evident with the specific trigger, so yung mga palpitations, restlessness, insomnia, overeating, if it gets worse, dahil andun yung mga triggers, so that's why we advise avoid mga caffeine o kaya yung mga energy drinks.
Pero when you say triggers kasi, ito yung mga nagkukos. Bakit nagkakaroon sila ng ganong feelings na stress? No?
Do you know the patient, doc, they don't really tell you. Minsan kasi nahihiya sila to tell the trigger eh. So, pwedeng it could be money, it could be love life, it could be gender. So, di ba? Nahihiya silang i-share yun. So, sometimes, kailangan mo lang hintayin na siya yung nagsasabi. Basta ang advice mo lang sa kanya, kung yan yung mga triggers mo, is it a specific person or is it environment? As much as possible, you try to avoid or try to look for a different route towards your endpoint. So, for example, going to A to B, ito yung normal route mo. You see those triggers. Why don't you try another route in reaching your point of destination?
Kaya nga importante malaman mo yung trigger.
Yeah.
Kasi kung hindi mo alam, talaga it's very difficult to treat a patient if you don't know where the stress is coming from.
Majority of the time, alam nila yan, doc. They just don't
nilang
want.
sabihin.
They just don't want. Kasi ayaw nila, mahiya sila. Mahiya sila to tell the truth. So
how can you ask them to tell the truth?
Eventually, doc, when you build the rapport, kasi pag nagpa-follow up naman yan, yung trust nila sa inyo, nagbe-build up. So eventually, pag nakaano na yan, sasabihin nila sa'yo, you could further advise them kung ano yung better.
Kaya dapat hindi maiinip din yung mga relatives who have patients who are undergoing that kind of stress.
Yeah.
Kasi nagiging pressure din sa kanila na ipe-pressure yung pasyente on these things. So, lalong nai-stress yung tao.
They don't understand. So, swerte yung mga patients who has a supportive family. Kasi not everyone is blessed to have a supportive family. Pero yung lagi kong ina-advise, kung meron akong makita patient na ganyan. Sabi ko, patients, kasi hindi rin talaga yan basta-basta. The medications, they don't act as quick as paracetamol. It takes weeks for it to take effect. So, you have to have patience din sa patient.
So it's gonna be a understanding, patient support from the family members to the patient. Malaking factor ang family members and friends
Yes.
to support these patients.